What if I told you the moment you stop caring is the moment she starts? Think about that. Right now, you're drowning in heartbreak, replaying memories, wondering what you did wrong. You gave her everything, your time, your energy, your love, and yet she walked away as if none of it mattered. But here's the truth. She won't admit it, but something is driving her crazy. And it's not your texts, it's not your pleading, it's not your pain, it's your absence, your silence, your detachment. The second you stop chasing, you create an uncomfortable reality for her. She is no longer in control. Welcome to Stoic Blessing. This is where pain transforms into power, where heartbreak is just another lesson in self-mastery, where you become a man so unshakable, so indifferent to external validation, that not only will she regret losing you, she will obsess over you. But by then, you won't even care. In this video, I'm going to show you how to detach, rebuild, and make her regret every single moment she took you for granted, all through the power of Stoicism and dark psychology. So before we begin, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment this down below. My power is in my control. Now, let's get into it. Number 1, the nature of attraction, why she lost interest. She didn't leave because you weren't good enough. She left because you became predictable. At first, you were a mystery, a challenge, someone she had to figure out. That's what pulled her in. But over time, you made a critical mistake. You gave her certainty. You started prioritizing her over yourself. You became too available, too eager, too easy. You texted back instantly. You rearranged your schedule for her. You put her needs before your own. And at first, she may have appreciated it. But deep down, something changed. The moment a woman feels like she has full control over you, attraction fades. She might not even realize it consciously, but instinctively, she starts losing respect. You went from being the man she admired to just another guy who put her on a pedestal. Here's what most men don't understand. Women don't want to be the center of your world. They want to orbit around it. She didn't fall for you because you worshipped her. She fell for you because you had something going on, a mission, a purpose, an energy that pulled her in. But when you made her your everything, you lost that edge. Attraction isn't about how much you love her. It's about how much she respects you. And nothing kills respect faster than a man who abandons his own identity for a woman. She won't admit it, but the second she knew she had you completely, she stopped feeling the need to win you over. She started seeing you as a sure thing, and that's when she lost interest. Women are wired to desire men who stand firm, who have a purpose bigger than them, who can walk away without hesitation. That's power, and power is magnetic. So now she's gone, and you're left wondering what changed. But the real question is, when did you stop being the man she was drawn to in the first place? This is where Stoicism and dark psychology come in. You're going to learn how to rebuild your frame, regain control, and become the man who never has to chase again. Because the truth is, the less you care, the more they do. And the moment you reclaim your power, you flip the script entirely. Like this video, subscribe, and comment below. I am the prize. Number 2, the emotional fallout. Why you feel broken. Is it really her that you miss? Or is it the version of yourself that you lost in the process? Right now, the pain feels unbearable. You wake up with a pit in your stomach, haunted by memories that won't fade. Your mind keeps replaying everything. What you said, what she said, what you could have done differently. You feel lost, empty, powerless. But here's the truth. It's not her you're mourning. It's your loss of control. You see, the human mind craves certainty. It wants to feel secure, to know what's coming next. And when she left, she shattered that certainty. Suddenly, the future you imagined is gone, and now you're stuck in limbo, drowning in questions with no answers. That's what's really hurting you, not the loss of love, but the loss of stability. But here's something powerful to remember. Pain is just an illusion of the mind. You think you're suffering because she's gone, But what you're really suffering from is attachment. Attachment to the way things were. Attachment to an outcome that no longer exists. Attachment to a fantasy that was never guaranteed. And attachment, that's weakness. A Stoic man understands that nothing is permanent. People change, feelings fade, and clinging to something that's already gone is like trying to hold on to smoke. It slips through your fingers no matter how tightly you grasp. The more you resist reality, the more you suffer. But the moment you accept it, that's the moment you become free. She won't admit it, but something deep inside her expects you to fall apart. She assumes you'll be checking her social media, waiting by your phone, drowning in regret. But what if you didn't? What if instead of breaking you became stronger? What if you embraced the pain, sat with it, conquered it, and walked away completely unfazed? That's the power of Stoicism. It teaches you that suffering is a choice, that no external event, no breakup, no rejection, no loss can control you unless you allow it to. You are the master of your own emotions. And the moment you realize that, the pain starts to lose its grip. You don't need her to come back. You don't need closure. You don't need anything outside of yourself, because once you let go, once you fully detach, you become untouchable. And when that happens, she'll feel it. Like this video, subscribe and comment below. Pain is just an illusion. Number 3, detachment is power, the silent weapon. The strongest man in the room is the one who needs nothing from anyone. Right now, she expects you to react. She expects you to chase, to seek closure, to prove your worth. But the moment you do, you lose. Because the second you show that you're still emotionally invested, she knows she still holds the power. This is where most men fail. They let their emotions dictate their actions. They text when they shouldn't. They try to explain themselves. They try to make her understand. But a man who understands power knows that silence is the deadliest response. When you stop reacting, you become unpredictable, and nothing haunts a woman more than a man she can no longer read. She checks her phone. Nothing. She expects a weak, emotional message, but there's silence. She moves on, thinking you'll be waiting for her return, but you're nowhere to be found. That's when the doubt begins. Detachment isn't about pretending not to care. It's about actually not caring. And to do that, you must train your mind to see things differently. Instead of seeing this breakup as a loss, see it as a transformation. Instead of seeing silence as weakness, see it as control. Because the less you say, the louder your absence speaks. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoics, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That means no matter how much she tries to get a reaction from you, whether it's through social media, mutual friends, or even testing you with a random message, you remain indifferent, because a man who is truly detached is untouchable. When you detach, you don't just regain power over yourself, you take power away from her. She won't admit it, but the moment she senses you've moved on without hesitation, something inside her shifts. She starts to wonder if she made a mistake. And that uncertainty? That's what drives her crazy. Most men drown in emotions, but the ones who rise above, they become legends. So the question is, do you want to be forgotten, or do you want to be the man she can never replace? Like this video, subscribe and comment below. I am free from attachment. Number 4, the rebuild, transforming into a Stoic warrior. The best revenge is no revenge. Move on, level up, and never look back. Most men make the mistake of waiting for her to come back, waiting for an apology, waiting for the pain to go away. But a man who waits is a man who wastes time. And time, that's the one thing you never get back. Right now, you have 2 choices: stay the same and suffer, or rebuild and become unstoppable. This isn't about her anymore. It's about you. You lost yourself somewhere along the way. You abandoned your priorities, your purpose, your drive. And that's exactly why you feel empty now, because you made her the source of your happiness instead of building it within yourself. But here's the truth. A man who finds fulfillment within can never be broken by something outside of him. This is where the transformation begins. You wake up earlier, you hit the gym, you refine your style, you read more, train harder, and set higher standards for yourself. You stop seeking validation, and instead, you become the man who gives it to himself. The moment you stop chasing women and start chasing greatness, everything changes. She won't admit it, but when a man shifts his focus from winning her back to improving himself, she feels it. Even if you never say a word, she notices the change. And suddenly the dynamic flips. Now she's the one wondering if she made the right decision. But the truth is, by the time she realizes your worth, you won't even want her back. Because the man you're becoming isn't the same man who was left behind. He's stronger, sharper, more disciplined. A man who doesn't need anyone, because he has everything he needs within himself. This is what it means to be a Stoic warrior. A man who controls his emotions, his actions, and his destiny. A man who never begs, never chases, and never folds. And when you reach that level, you become the type of man she will never, ever forget. Like this video, subscribe, and comment below. I create my own value. Number 5, the power of scarcity. Why going silent drives her crazy. A man who is always available is never valued. A man who disappears becomes unforgettable. Most men think the way to win her back is through effort, texting, calling, proving their worth. But the harsh truth, effort repels, absence attracts. When you disappear, something powerful happens. You create a void, and that void forces her to feel your absence in a way that words never could. No texts, no calls, no watching her stories, just complete, unwavering silence. And at first, she might not notice, but as days turn into weeks, and weeks into months, something changes. She starts wondering why you're not reaching out. She scrolls through her messages, expecting a, "Hey, how have you been?" But there's nothing. She checks your social media, expecting sad posts or cryptic quotes. But there's nothing. And suddenly a thought creeps into her mind. Did he move on without me? That thought alone will drive her crazy. Because women assume men will always wait. They expect to be missed, chased, and desired long after they leave. But when you break that expectation, when you disappear without hesitation, you do something she never saw coming. You make her feel replaceable. This is why the most powerful move you can make is complete detachment. Not fake silence where you secretly hope she notices, but real, genuine indifference. You don't just walk away, you erase yourself from her world. And the longer she goes without hearing from you, the more her mind starts playing tricks on her. Did she make a mistake? Did she overestimate her importance? Is he happier without her? The fear of being forgotten is one of the most painful emotions a person can feel. And by doing nothing, by simply focusing on yourself, you let that fear do the work for you. She won't admit it, but silence is the one thing she can't handle. It forces her to think, it forces her to question, and eventually, it forces her to regret. Like this video, subscribe and comment below. My silence speaks volumes. Number 6. Reverse the frame. Make her chase you. The one who cares less holds the power. The one who walks away first wins the game. Right now, you're probably thinking, how do I get her back? But that's the wrong question. The real question is, how do I get back to being the man she never wanted to leave? See, the biggest mistake men make is trying to convince a woman to come back, but attraction doesn't work through logic. It works through emotion and perception. The second she senses that you're still waiting for her, still hoping, still watching her every move, she knows she's in control. And a woman who feels in control will never chase. But when you flip the frame, everything changes. When you stop trying to win her back and instead focus on your own evolution, you create a shift in power. Suddenly, you're not the one seeking approval. She is. You're not reacting to her moves anymore. You're making her react to yours. And that switch alone makes you 10 times more attractive. She won't admit it, but women crave men who are on a mission, who have their own world, their own purpose. And the moment you step into that energy, when you start living, thriving, and succeeding without her, she feels it. Even if she doesn't say it, even if she pretends not to care, a part of her is wondering, did I misjudge him? Did I lose something valuable? That's the power of frame control. Instead of trying to prove your worth, you make her prove hers. Instead of reacting to her, you become the man who moves with quiet confidence, unshaken and unbothered. And when that happens, she starts chasing. Maybe she sends a random message, something meaningless, just to see if you'll respond. Maybe she starts liking your posts again, hoping you'll notice. Maybe she suddenly wants to check in, as if she just remembered you exist. But here's the key. You don't fall for it. A high-value man never jumps at breadcrumbs. If she wants back in, she has to earn her place. No exceptions, no instant forgiveness, no returning to the past. Because the truth is, once you reclaim your power, you realize something even more important. You might not even want her anymore. Like this video, subscribe, and comment below. I set the rules. Number 7. The ultimate test. Will she come back? She will always come back. But by the time she does, you won't care. Right now you're wondering, will she ever regret leaving? The answer: yes, but not in the way you think. She won't wake up one morning suddenly realizing she made a mistake. It won't be an instant moment of clarity. Regret comes slowly, in waves, over time. And by the time she feels it, you'll already be a different man. See, women don't miss you when you're still stuck in the past, dwelling, waiting, hoping. They miss you when they feel your absence, when they see that you've moved forward without hesitation, when they realize that your world kept turning without them in it. And that's when the test begins. At first, it's subtle. Maybe she watches your stories, likes an old post. Maybe she sends a casual text, something meaningless like, "Hey, hope you're doing well." But don't be fooled. This isn't about caring, it's about checking. She wants to know if she still has power over you. Most men fail this test. They see her message and rush to respond, thinking, "This is my chance." But the moment you do that, you prove that you were waiting all along. And just like that, the power shifts back to her. A Stoic man. He does nothing. He stays in his frame. He doesn't react. He doesn't chase. He doesn't give her the validation she's looking for. Because he knows the truth. If she really wanted him back, she wouldn't send breadcrumbs. She'd move mountains. Here's the hard truth. Most women only come back when they feel they've lost access to you completely. Not when you're waiting, not when you're hoping, but when you've fully detached. And when that moment comes, when she finally realizes she let go of something rare, something powerful, you'll be faced with a choice. Do you take her back, or do you keep moving forward? By the time she comes back, you'll realize you don't need her anymore. Like this video, subscribe, and comment below. I never break my frame. Number 8. Mastering the unshakable mindset. A man who controls himself controls everything. By now, you've done what most men fail to do. You've detached. You've gone silent. You've stopped chasing. And the power has shifted. But there's one final step: becoming unshakable. See, many men go through this process just to get her back. They think, if I act strong, if I go silent, she'll regret leaving and come back to me. But that mindset is still rooted in weakness. Because the truth is, a truly powerful man doesn't need her back. He doesn't need anyone. He becomes whole within himself. This is where Stoicism separates you from the average man. The average man is ruled by emotion. If a woman pulls away, he panics. If she comes back, he gets excited. He's always reacting, always adjusting his behavior based on what she does. But the Stoic man, he remains the same, unmoved, indifferent, untouchable. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That means no matter what happens, whether she reaches out, whether she doesn't, whether she moves on or comes running back, your course remains unchanged. Your emotions don't dictate your actions, you dictate them. And the moment you reach this level of control, you become magnetic, not just to her, but to everyone. People respect a man who moves with purpose, who doesn't seek approval, who doesn't bend for anyone. You become the type of man who is rare, because in a world full of desperate men, you stand alone. She won't admit it, but this is the moment she fears most. Not just losing you, but realizing that she never had real power over you to begin with. And when that happens, she will regret everything. But by then, you won't even be thinking about her. You'll be too busy becoming something greater. Like this video, subscribe and comment below. I am untouchable. Number 9. The final revelation. She will always regret it. The ultimate revenge isn't anger. It isn't payback. It's becoming the man she can never have again. She won't admit it. She'll pretend she's fine, like walking away was easy. She'll act like she doesn't care, like she's already moved on. But deep down, buried beneath her pride, she knows the truth. A man like you is rare, and once she realizes what she lost, there's no coming back from that. See, women don't regret losing weak men. They regret losing the ones they can't replace. The men who were disciplined, focused, unshakable. The men who didn't beg, didn't chase, didn't break. The men who silently disappeared and built something greater without them. And here's the harsh truth. She will think about you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but there will come a time when she scrolls through her phone, sees your name, and feels something she never expected. Doubt. Doubt about whether she made the right choice. Doubt about whether the next guy will ever match your presence. Doubt about why you never looked back. And that doubt, it will haunt her. Because no matter how much time passes, she will always wonder, does he ever think about me? And the irony, you won't. Because the man you are now is untouchable. He isn't looking back. He isn't seeking closure. He's already won. This is the final truth she will never admit. She expected you to break. Instead, you became something greater. And now, she is the one left chasing ghosts. And that is the ultimate power. Like this video, subscribe and comment below. I am the storm. Now, go build your empire. A weak man seeks revenge. A strong man moves on. A powerful man becomes so great, they regret ever losing him. By now you understand what most men never will. Attachment is weakness. Detachment is power. You've learned that chasing gets you nowhere, that silence is your greatest weapon, and that the moment you stop caring is the moment everything shifts in your favor. But here's the most important lesson of all. This was never about her. It was always about you. She was just the catalyst, the test that forced you to evolve. And now, you're no longer the same man who was left behind. You're sharper, wiser, stronger. You've stepped into the mindset of a Stoic warrior, unmoved, untouchable, unshakable. And the best part? You don't need her to regret losing you, because her regret is irrelevant. Your growth is the only thing that matters. She won't admit it, but she will think about you. She will wonder. She will doubt. But you won't care, because now you see the bigger picture. She was just a chapter. You are the whole book. So, if you've made it this far, you're already ahead of 99% of men. You're already on the path to power. Now, it's time to walk it. Like this video, subscribe, and comment below. I am unstoppable. I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong. Stay stoic.